Prophet of Allah, peace be upon him. Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the cherisher, the sustainer, the loving, the forgiving. All praises are due to Him. And peace and blessing of God be upon the noble Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to talk about relationships. In the last episode we saw the importance of education and work and how it is important to incorporate the teachings of Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ into our life, into our education, and in our work. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in chapter 8, verse 64, O Prophet, sufficient for you is Allah, and for those who follow you among the believers. We as humans are social beings by nature, and we are always in need of relationships. We are constantly creating relationships, improving them. Sometimes our relationships go sour or they break down, and then we recreate our relationships. And when we talk about relationships, we have relationships for short term, we have relationships for long term, we have relationships which are everlasting. Now, if you look at our relationships, we have a relationship with God, we have a relationship with His book, we have a relationship with His messenger, we have a relationship with His religion. Apart from that, we have relationships with our parents, with our siblings, with our relatives, with our cousins, with our neighbors, with our colleagues at work, and the people in our neighborhood or from different countries. So, we, being social beings, we are in need of these relationships, and it is difficult for us to live an independent life without any relationships. When we talk about the Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his relationships, we find that he too had relationships like we have, and he had the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and his relationship with his Creator was the strongest of all the relationships that he had in his life. And his relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was a permanent relationship, an everlasting relationship. He also had relationships with his wives, with his children, with his companions, with the people who would come to meet him, And all of his relationships were almost perfect. And if we look into the lives of the companions of the Prophet, we find the same thing, that they too had relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and among themselves. And when the Prophet and his companions migrated from Mecca to Medina, and when the Prophet created the brotherhood bond between the people from Medina and Mecca, and the relationships that were built on that were everlasting relationships. So much so that the people from Medina were prepared to give half of their wealth and whatever they had, they were prepared to share with the people who came from Mecca. And this can only happen when your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger and His books and His religion is very strong. Now, we should ask questions to ourselves that who should we build our relationships with? It's important that we first build a strong, everlasting relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then with the Quran and with the Deen. And this relationship should be personal. It's the beauty of Islam that we can build a relationship with our Creator without any intermediaries. Maybe we don't have this choice in other religions, but in Islam we have this choice that we can build a relationship with our Creator. If we build this relationship with Allah and His Messenger and His book and His Deen, then our life will be successful. And if we choose not to do this, then we will have problems and difficulties in our life. Not that we will not have problems when we build a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger and His book. Of course, when we have problems, those are tests from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah will give us the strength to face those problems. So, my advice to you is that build a personal relationship with your Creator, build a personal relationship with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, build a personal relationship with the Quran, and build a personal relationship with your Deen. And then you can follow up with your relationships with the creation of Allah. So until next time, thank you very much for listening and watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The Prophet of Allah, peace be upon him, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah, Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad Habibullah.